Good evening! Oh my god, you heard this like 2 times from me already, and you'll probably see it like 5 times again if this keeps up. It doesn't really matter. Welcome to ZSR, welcome back if you were here for all this time. And we're back to OT, No I Am Homework. After this quick intermezzo with Breath of the Wild and lots of dying on Calamity Ganon, let's go back to old school N64 action with Judogerudo versus Bonooru in round number 2 of the No I Am Homework tournament. We thought it's about right to go for like a different type of commentary thing today. So your commentators today will not only be Greg and Mutant Aura, but also Mopsy again, who was already doing commentary earlier. So hey, you two, welcome. You three, actually, welcome.
Hey, friends.
3, 2, no.
What's up?
You already said hi to me earlier.
It's
It's okay.
down.
Okay, I'm not saying hi to you again then.
Yeah, fine.
So rude.
I'm sorry.
The rudest Canadian out there.
Aren't all Canadians rude?
Wow.
Oh, wow, that is.
Yeah, but we're really sorry about it.
I just watched South Park. That's my entire impression of Canadians.
All right, buddy. I'm not your guy.
Damn.
Actually, Canadians on South Park are like the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
They are really good. I will have to give you that one.
Let me
As a Canadian, I even think they're hilarious.
let me quickly go to YouTube and find the Blame Canada song. Blame Canada. All right. We actually had an OoT randomizer challenge weekly seed last week that was called Welcome to Canada, and I have no clue why.
What I thought was the funniest thing was if you ever played the Stick of Truth game, when you enter Canada, the whole place is just like 8-bit with
Yeah,
like
it's
hardly
sick.
any production value.
It's really good. It's like an old school like NES RPG overworld.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Alright, we're just waiting for Judo to start. I just told you. I love when I say like, ready when you are, and she's like, everyone's ready? God damn it. Alright, enjoy everyone, enjoy the show, and see you soon.
Right, he's gone, boys. Let's get this.
Yeah. That Trez guy, God, what an
God,
arsehole.
what an absolute.
Who put this guy in charge of ZSR? Ridiculous.
Excuse me?
He put
Oh,
himself
wow,
in
hey
charge.
Trez,
What?
what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Who said that?
You're still here.
Okay, we actually lost Greg. I don't know why.
Oh, damn, he's vanished.
Hey. None of that.
Alright, well the race is underway.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There's a race here, yeah, right.
Yeah, can you actually be professional about this, Greg? For once.
No.
Just for once.
No.
I could try, but... Alright, so these guys are, in terms of PB, about 5 minutes apart, roughly. Bono's
somewhere
on
about
14, you guys are 119. And Bono's playing on the VC, and Judo's playing on N64, so we'll see different routes. I always love seeing different consoles against each other. It's
Yeah,
really
it's sort of more difficult on the comparison side because they don't really sync up until Gerudo, so it's iffy when you want to sort of compare them side by side, but it's good to see the differences.
Yeah, definitely.
Merci pour le good luck.
Oh, some good old-fashioned tech smashing. What doesn't stir your blood
Petit
more
match du
than that?
tournoi avant la weekly de ce soir.
Look at those text boxes.
Dernière
So
weekly
perfect.
qui comptera pour moi.
I don't know, I just saw blue block. I'm not too
Yeah.
happy. Not too happy.
Bono losing a frame in the intro. Ridiculous.
Oh, is this
Ah,
gonna be
nice,
a
it's
perfect on the left? Perfect. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Ça va
Ouh,
pouvoir
That's
regarder
confirmed.
une des plus importantes ce soir. Parce que si je fais
So
une bonne
that
place,
should mean, theoretically, that he's in the lead, but because he's on N64, he's probably still gonna reach
parce qu'il a fait ses 8 races.
everything back in his house around 3 seconds later
Donc,
almost.
on
So
verra ce soir
Ah,
ce qui
64.
arrive.
That pesky lag, eh?
Yeah.
yeah. That was one of the first things I noticed when I made the swap to N64, as I was getting to the balcony about 3 seconds later.
Sur ce run. Sachant que mon adversaire est déjà plus fort que l'autre jour.
I think most of the time comes from quite literally the you've got the scene transitions, you have the overall lag in the areas, and then there's there's a transition from the Hyrule Field to Kokiri, and then there's one into Link's house, which is actually quite noticeable.
Yeah,
the
that one
loading
takes
times
a while.
are rough.
Generally, the pre-rendered areas aren't quite so bad on N64, but I think they're like even faster on VC, like Link's house.
Yeah, the difference is minimized in pre-rendered areas. I agree.
But at least N64 saves a bit of time whenever there's a reset, so...
There's some
That is
small
true.
consolation.
Alright, and finally the intro. So Bono's gonna get the sword and shield, and then Judo's gonna get some sticks and nuts instead. Or to skip the first.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's going to go for the one stick, one nut combo, or the 2 sticks, one nut, which would mean the safe strats.
Merci pour Loris, c'est...
Let's go into the house. I can't remember what this means.
Salut FC.
The house here
This is explained to me.
probably means one nut, one stick, because this looks pretty similar to the Lunatic.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
he's
God.
going to go for walking while talking. I don't think
Ça m'énerve.
West Escape in races
Mais
is
ça,
for
c'est
anyone
l'adapteur
other
de
than
merde.
Mr. Valiant Link.
Yeah, unless you're... If you've got
Merci.
sword, it's fine, but
Yes.
you just stick. You only have that one chance. It's not worth investing the extra time to get those 10 extra rupees when it could fail.
Bono almost got a little bit screwed by that boulder there. He didn't quite get a straight up angle when he left the crawl space. So he had to readjust.
Nico. Merci pour la
But
chance.
luckily he was still fast enough to get past the boulder in time. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
that
always
boulder is
interesting.
rough.
It's always interesting with that boulder, because whenever you make a mistake and it's really close to you, you think, oh, I have a lot more time than I thought I did. But whenever you make the smallest mistake and it hits you, you're like, oh, I don't have as much time as I thought I did. And it always seems to be on one of the sides. There's never... You're always either, oh, I have loads of time, or, oh, that's actually really quick. So yeah, walking while talking will be the preferred.
Looks like Judogerudo got a kind of a weird angle there.
Getting
Yeah,
weird
wow.
angles and knocking over time? Never.
Especially on N64, the thing's a king of weird angles. Going for a safety save there too, not just in case, just in case.
Waouh, je fais n'importe
Which,
quoi.
I don't
ça
really know if
m'énerve.
you have to do. You can pause if you lose the map anyway, so...
It was
What's
like Bono
escape?
went for the stepping stone West Escape, but he didn't quite get the right angle he wanted, so just did the backup with the Pokey Escape
Ah.
instead.
Yeah, that was a quick pokey anyway, so
Ouais,
Yeah,
c'est
very
bon.
good backup.
too much time.
Yeah, he got a 520, so it's not too bad.
Hey Garal, merci.
Yeah, and as expected, we've got the N64 about 20 seconds ahead out of escape.
Toute la clique, ouais.
Yeah, N64 is going to be ahead probably until the end of child section. Then from then on, we have no
J'espère qu'on
idea.
serait là ce soir à minuit.
Yeah, it should
Until
be
we
anyway.
get to-
Although,
until we get to Mirror Show, we have no idea who's ahead.
although in fairness, Bono's
Bien sûr,
master
ce
sword
soir.
times can be very close to
Yeah, definitely.
the average.
N64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bah, il est
To be
pas
fair,
mal,
you're
ouais, il
not
a
wrong,
1h19. Bon, il est quand même 5 minutes derrière moi, mais... on sait
Yeah, I'm
jamais,
always
quoi.
intimidated when I look at some of their times and see like what they got that time there. That's like, you know, just a tiny bit faster than I'm getting Master Sword at, and I got bottom like blank 8
Nice
shoes.
FC. Après, mon adversaire il fait pas la même route que moi,
Always
il
a
est sur
bigger fish.
N64, donc... Normalement, au début, il va être bien devant moi, mais
Nice.
il va perdre son avance petit à petit. Enfin, si je me faille pas, en tout cas. À cause du lag sur la Nintendo 64 et tout.
Now, I'm wondering whether he's going to go for any owl skips in this.
En gros, les routes sont pas les mêmes, quoi. Jusqu'à...
It is a
jusqu'au
race, but
forest,
he is mad
je pense.
enough to do them.
On fait pas la même route.
Yeah, I don't think Bonooru, he did these PB do out skips, and he also didn't do it when he did
Nice
Hundo,
on you.
so he probably won't do them here, I can't imagine.
Yeah, unless it's something he's been working on lately. Probably not going to get mixed in a race.
No, he's not bothered.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I was hoping to see something there, but
I don't know if I've seen anyone even go for that in the tournament so far.
That one out of Curie Forest, I haven't seen anyone go for. I see people go for the ones in Castle though.
Yeah, I've seen someone go for that.
Et pur, merci.
Doesn't look like Judo's gonna go for his one either. He's just gonna
Ouais, il a
just
fait une
walk
très
into
bonne
the
race,
owl.
Marco.
N64 can do a forward west there to skip the owl. But,
Yeah, it only saves a couple seconds though, and it adds in a lot more room for error.
yeah. Main reason why owl skips are good is because it advances time of day. Well, at least those ones at least are. That's what if we're going for.
Non, les 1v1 c'est dans
Yeah.
le temps. Enfin,
But even with
c'est
talking to the owl, you can usually beat
Enfin, ouais, je sais pas.
beat daytime to the
Sûrement-
crawl
ce sera
space,
sûrement
even if you don't do
fin mars,
steam
un
walk
truc
or
comme ça,
anything. So
j'imagine.
Mm.
Yeah, the only
you
way,
really only lose the time of
Donc elle a eu à la 9ème race
actually
de
the owl
qualification sur
text
10.
being up
Enfin,
when
on
the
est à la
time isn't
moitié.
advancing.
Oh, I've always loved how N64 does the cuckoo dive here.
Yeah. Bonooru is not far behind.
No, yeah, he's caught up quite a lot there.
Yeah, that west into Kakariko gave him
Après, hier, il n'y avait pas ATZ. Moi,
more
j'étais pas là non
speed going
plus.
into there, so
Mais il y a quand même Juke, il y a quand même des bons
yeah,
joueurs.
to
hier.
catch up.
But we should
Mais il y avait
see
pas tout le monde.
quite a, well, not quite a lead, but a bit more of a lead.
En vrai,
switch
même
here.
ATZ, je pense pas qu'il aurait battu
He's the
Marco
ace in
hier.
the hole for N64.
Yeah, blank A choose. Nice down there, very clean.
Ooh, having a bit of trouble.
Ooh, getting
corrected
stuck
it.
there. That's fine. He's in there.
Oh, I'm surprised you got that.
No, again,
Yeah,
the
I
quick
barely
dive.
ever see anyone get unstuck there. That's actually really difficult to do.
Yeah, it's really awkward to get yourself out of that.
A lot of the time, it's just a case of wheel the stick and pray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember people were trying to figure out exactly, you know, with all the tools we have now, exactly how that clip works there. And at the end of the day, people were still like, we figured out pretty much everything else we can escape, you know, without any items. But we still don't know why that works.
Yeah, and Bono not going for the new damage route here, which I didn't realise until now, but going for the old-fashioned skull damage by the look of it.
I did look at it, like the collision there, and there's like a lot of the edges of like 5 different polygons all like meet at the one spot, kind of where you clip there. So my theory is that somehow where all of those are meeting, it's not like not a perfect seam, and you can somehow squeeze through there.
So based on their play so far, looks like both of them are going to be not doing owl skips, unfortunately.
Yeah, in a race setting, you really can't blame anyone for skipping an owl skip.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Trez.
Right, so as you can see, both of them going for dark skip here.
Yeah, we've got black screens on our end.
Yeah, this is where you go into void. You can't see anything, but it saves a lot of time.
Trez.
It says the streams are both Trezalt too. If
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah, sorry. For whatever reason, the thing crashed. It's back now.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's back.
we're back. We're back.
We in there.
And I gotta find out what happened. Because this... I have a feeling I know, but I just want to make sure quickly.
We skipped the owls at least. They might not have, but we
Yeah.
did.
It's
And
not
just
my
look at that.
it's not my fault. Stop calling
It's
me
always
out.
your fault. Always.
It's not my fault.
It's okay. You can blame Canada.
Yeah, Streamview
Yeah, blame
Streamview is
Canada.
never affected by that. That's a precaution we have, but the commentary page is sadly affected. So I will figure out what it was. Also, the bot is affected. So here we go.
Good seam walk there though from Judogerudo. Goes for the unbuffered stick. I can't believe he went for that in a
That
race
was
setting.
nice.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice from Judo.
And not to point fingers, but that's how it's done, Mubsy.
Hey, I only failed that one time, five times in a row,
5 times.
because I was probably bashing the wrong button because I had been awake for like 10 minutes. Well, 12.
He's playing it safe here. Doesn't want to get Lorenzo at the last second. Oh, that's a bad cycle.
Oh yeah, this is really awkward.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. You can wait for the one guard to go by and then go up the back.
He's good.
Ooh.
Bono fails it. You have to do the mega flip back up here.
Yeah, he's lost a tutor as well, which could be... which loses him even more time at Spirit Hover.
Yeah, 4 more seconds he won't get there.
Ooh, Gusty
Goes for the
Unbuffered.
unbuffered.
Nice.
Nice.
The balls.
Oh yeah, I after losing the choose the damage boost, I would not have had the the guts to go for that.
Okay, I want to say this was actually not my fault. It was actually Squid Kingdom with the Discord command, because I made a typo in the Discord command handling.
Oh, Bono gets caught.
Bono gets caught as well.
Oh,
Everyone's
no.
making mistakes today.
Bit of a rough start for Bono here, unfortunately.
But he does get the swag points for that unbuffered mega, which I'm still in awe of.
Yeah, then again, I'm also in awe of Judogerudo going for the unbuffered damage boost as well, considering if he screws it up, he's got no backup there other than, like,
The backup is
bonking into the tree and trying to get a heart from there and then wasting another 2 just to damage his health back down.
He's
the
going
backup
for
is
this
reset
as well.
button.
Oh my god, that is takes
Nice.
Ho, 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 ho.
Gets it though.
Alright, well, at least both players are at Zelda now, so...
So, I mean, it's
no
Both
major-
players going for some
Yep.
very non-race friendly strats there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gutsy if you do it. It's a bit brash if you fail it, I think.
Yep.
And
Judo's-
luckily he's gonna
Something
get it
just
on.
happened to Judo. His whole screen went like multicolored and then black.
Did he crash?
Yeah. Did he crash?
Was his capture card broken or something?
It's probably a capture card error because an N64 doesn't look like that when it crashes.
Okay.
Oh, no!
He
he's
did
back.
crash. That sucks.
That could have been him kicking like the console getting moved somehow or something. Because normally, if it's crashing, you get the little yellow bar.
Oh,
That's really bad. He just lost like 5 minutes.
that's brutal.
Yeah, closer to like 5.5 to 6 there.
Is that a rule, Valiant? Are we?
Wait, is that actually a...
Crashes.
Actually, a
Alright.
rule, Valiant. You have to stand by that.
Right. I mean,
I'm going talking to the runners, what they say.
if that's in the rules of the tourney, I suppose you have to follow that.
It
Alright,
looks like they must be doing it because Bono stopped mashing.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
stopped. Yeah.
I don't know if
then.
Judo's gotten the message yet though. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah,
There we go.
okay, both will forfeit and we will go for a quick reset. Give me a second to set up stuff.
That was unfortunate there. Was it? Have we figured out whether that was a intentional, random crash, or whether
Unintentional.
an intentional crash?
Just kicks the system. Like, I don't know, he hasn't screwed up enough yet.
Yeah, I haven't made any mistakes so far. What is this?
I mean, Judo was doing pretty well. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's unfortunate. Hopefully his next attempt here goes a little better.
Yeah, it's It's a little unfortunate because
It's equally
second
good
time.
story.
Et apparemment, c'est la deuxième fois qu'il crash.
the second time that Judo's crashed in this tournament,
Il doit
unfortunately.
avoir un problème avec son jeu.
Because he
ou
crashed
sa-
during his
sa
race versus
console.
Chris the other week. Luckily, I was in the intro, so it wasn't too bad, but this crash was a bit rough, unfortunately.
Okay, give me a
Yeah,
second.
especially like when you're playing that well and going for such risky strats that he did, and
Yeah.
to then have it all be for nothing.
Yeah, I think I think Bono should be fairly happy about that as well. His start wasn't the best.
Yeah,
he was
Bono's
fine with it, probably.
probably more than happy to start the race over. This time, hopefully gets a damage boost first try.
And we're off for the second time.
Oh, Judo blue screened? Or... No, I think it would have been an N64 crash, because you didn't cut stream.
Nah, he said his N64 just crashed. Which is weird, because he said he actually cleaned his cartridge before the race, but...
I've never had like any of those problems with my N64 or my carts. I don't know how they're not in great condition. My N64 has a hole in it.
It's just an abusive owner. That's the thing.
And thank my brother and Mario Party 2 for that one.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes all the sense.
The controller was also missing the handle after that incident.
Which one? There's three.
Which one is free? Yeah.
I believe it was the left handle one.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
fine.
fine,
That's,
Yeah, the least useful one.
that doesn't matter at all.
I'm weird though. I hold the N64 controller by the outer two.
Do you hold
Wait,
it?
what?
Oh,
How do you stick then?
which thumb do you use for the middle?
My left thumb.
That sounds.
That's even worse.
That's some weird like claw-like grip going on
Like,
there.
not only do you hold it like that, you also use your left thumb. That makes me want to vomit.
I mean, that's the same thumb I use on like, you know, a GameCube controller or like any other thing, because my other fingers are busy hitting the other buttons.
I don't know though. I feel like if I was gonna hold it on the outer edge, I'd have to do like, I don't know. Actually, thinking about it.
Like, even if you hold it the normal way, you're still left hand on the middle part.
No,
Like, you're still-
yeah, I know.
I get that part. It's just it's quite a stretch from the left hand to over.
Oh, it's a bit of
Yeah,
I don't know.
stick.
I've got a long area between my index and my thumb, I guess. It's just.
Oh,
it
do
felt
you?
better.
Like if I was holding it normally, I'd use left thumb, obviously. But like, I'm just trying to imagine that position, and just use both thumbs. I think double the control.
Well,
Right?
then your other thumb is doing A and B. Like your right thumb is on A and B usually.
Nah, just use your other fingers for that.
Yeah, just do a claw grip.
Alien claw grip. I mean, maybe when I'm playing GoldenEye or something. But...
Imagine playing GoldenEye. God damn.
All right, round two, back in the house. I didn't see if we had any
Here we
blue
go
block
again.
skips this time, but hopefully we both runners got no blue blocks.
See, it's gonna be our luck now that it's gonna be a great race, and then Bono's gonna crash somewhere, and we're gonna have to start again.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna be
like
sat
a,
here
like a
all
VC
evening.
crash,
Yeah.
like mirror shield equip or something.
Yeah,
we're
it'll
gonna be sat
be-
here all evening, just.
The VC crash that Dotso warned us about the earlier race there,
Oh,
like he
the
pulled
light
the light arrows. Yeah, pulled light arrows to try to skip the purple animation during the kiss and crashed like right at the end.
Well, this is a chance for both runners to improve on their escape times, and
Maybe get a West escape.
maybe get the West this time for Bono. We're taking bets on where Bono's going to VC crash now. This is so optimistic. I love it.
Let's not tempt fate, shall we?
Yeah.
I've enough crashes for one day, okay?
One crash a day keeps homeboy away.
Homeboy Steve.
Yeah, I think Valiant's right that looked like a crooked cart kind of crash that Judo had, because normal crashes when the game's loading correctly, you get the little yellow bar in the top corner and you don't get all the like garbled everything on there.
Yeah, so it must be like an issue with his cart, probably. Like it's just a bit loose, or
Yeah, or even just
the cart itself is a bit off.
the cart reader itself inside the console.
I don't know a whole lot about N64 hardware, so
I don't want to know anything. It seems overly complicated.
emulator boy.
Everything seems to be proprietary and not nice and.
Well, I guess West this time. So could you make sense to West Escape?
Ooh,
Oh,
just
went for
close
it,
there,
but not quite there. We get a pretty decent backup. Never mind.
never
back
mind.
out.
Yeah,
I hate when it happens. You think
but
you
still save time over last run. So
yeah, he's about 2 seconds faster than the last one.
I think Judogerudo is 1 second off of his PB there, which is better than last run too. So
Yeah, he was about 5 seconds off PB last escape. So like both players doing pretty good off of this crash.
this just means both of them have a chance to do owl skip and make the commentators happy.
They did in the first time. I'm not gonna do it a second time.
well, you never know. This time I might think, well, I crashed. May as well. You only live once.
Damn it.
I just hope he takes Valiant's advice and pauses the damage boost this time, because
Yeah, that was scary.
that I never like it when people do that.
Pause it, because you don't have a backup if that fails, other than praying that the tree drops that hard, and then you have to damage, like, and waste a couple of your bomb shoes just to get back down to a heart. And if the tree doesn't have the heart, then you can always use a bomb chew on the bushes too, but I mean, you're really cutting into your bomb chews by then.
I just think that it's a sort of a blessing and a curse that whenever you save warp not in a dungeon, you go back to either as Child Link's house or Temple of Time, because in some cases it's really useful, and in other cases it's really annoying that you don't just start at the same area. Because it allows you to travel sort of massive distances in a save warp, but then at the same time, it would be useful for things like this, just to be able to save warp back to the start of the Hyrule Castle area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no I'll skips again. Still sad face.
Yeah. Well, there's one
I don't mind about this one as much, but the harder ones, those are the ones I care about.
It's worth noting actually that Judo actually does for the owl skip outside Kakariko and leaving Kakariko. He actually doesn't do the sign target strike, just does the pulls the stick instead.
Stick pull.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did notice that before, and I was, I might have to steal some strats here.
Oh, Judo throws the chicken into the well by accident.
Yeah, I believe he meant to flick down right before he hit A there, because last time he was going forward, he threw the cucko down onto the stairs and then threw the nut from there.
It's in the well faster than Bono though. Safety save, of course.
Safety save.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah, not want to fail it like 4 times like Chris did in his race, unfortunately. Ooh, like that.
Ooh.
I guess he moved a little bit to the side hops.
Yeah, I might have moved there, or I couldn't really tell if the backflip was a touch early.
Yeah, so that setup is very precise. You have to move in a very specific way to make that work, otherwise that happens.
Yeah, it's not that precise, but like, just because of the way you fall down, you've got quite a few frames to backflip, but
But don't worry, everyone. Bono just.
it's really easy to backflip too early.
Bono
Yeah,
just
Bono-
failed first time dive, so
Because do a second circle and bomb the well.
At least both runners messing up kind of similarly.
Yeah, I think this is like what 25 seconds or so for this bubble to do a full loop. There we go.
yeah, gained his lead back again over Bono here.
Yeah, see if you
As
look
you'd
at,
expect from N64.
Bono clips and he's the bomb shoes.
And we're off once again to Hyrule Castle for the second time. So we get to see guards one more time, which always
Yeah.
gets my my heart racing.
Especially when people are just going for frame perfect side hops past them.
Yeah, it was a nail biter when you see someone yellow guards.
Yeah, especially Bono doesn't seem to be taking any hostages, even in a race. He's just going straight through. I
Yeah,
don't think he
he
stopped for any of
always-
them, other than the
He
last
always
one.
yellows guards.
Yeah.
Like, every category does guards, he just yellows them every time.
Taking a bit of a long way around the market here.
Bono taking it a bit safer and went for these side to spawn. These guys spawn too close to the defense. You can target them by accident when it's retarget, and then mess up your angle.
Yeah, and the chain overload then, and no one wants that.
Yeah, and then you have to wait outside.
Until daytime, and then you can't get that rupee in the crate is only there at night as well, so
Yeah.
it really does mess up your rupee route after as well.
Yeah, I wonder if it's faster to like farm rupees after the Zelda cutscene, or just get the shield from the grave.
On N64, you might as well just, if you're already waiting for Night Cycle, you might as well kill the Stone Children and hopefully get enough blue rupees.
Yeah, but on N64, you haven't got weapons to kill them with though. You got a stick and that's it.
That was a quick seam walk.
Yeah, very nice.
Damn.
But no owl
Please.
skips here.
Please, one pause this, please.
Paladin, very nice. Oh, he's not angry, he's not straight.
That angle.
Angle doesn't really
Nope,
matter.
he just
He's
doesn't care.
Oh god.
Man, the balls.
I am still clenching right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pretty good guard so far.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice for that one. Makes sense.
That one there's a little troll because he turns his head back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close. There for
Ooh,
you,
yeah, he was looking at him. There was two guards who were looking at him there. This third set and Lorenzo.
Yeah, and Bono gets the damage boost unbuffered first time. But he gets a much better start. Now we'll return to the scene of the crime. Hopefully,
Hopefully the cutscene plays through this time.
yeah.
Please
It's like
please don't do it.
Bono is just
No.
going for it. He's not.
He cares
What an
not.
Absolute monster.
Cares not.
I mean, he already went by the other guys without waiting for them to turn their heads or anything. So why stop at the last one?
Baguettes, man, they're crazy.
Yeah, and the only thing is here that I think we have to give the win to Judo here and now. He's got a stick.
Oh yes, point the stick in Zelda's place.
Yeah, it's an instant forfeit for Bono here, I'm afraid. So that's race over, and
We'll see you again next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's won the only competition that matters anyway, and that's the sticky
I mean,
situation.
getting the kisses at the end is a pretty important competition too.
Yeah, that could save
Yeah,
it here.
yeah.
Although, yeah, I can agree there.
As long as no setups are used. If you're getting a setup for the kiss, that's just wrong.
So I asked before, I never got a straight answer about this. Why are her eyebrows green?
It's just it's how it was, Greg. You know, it'd be like that sometimes. Back in the day.
Back in those days.
It was the height. It was the height of culture.
the height of fashion.
I mean, it was wrong to
Green
be born
eyebrows.
without green eyebrows. To be honest, let's go that far. It's like
Kids
anything,
like
in and out of
Greg these
fashion.
days don't even know about green eyebrows.
Goddamn millennials, killing our eyebrows.
But more importantly, we're past the Triforce cutscene with no crashes.
Oh man, feels good.
Feels good, man. If only we can get the rest of the game without any crashes, that'd be perfect. Also asking too much.
My tingly VC senses are tingling.
I don't think I've seen one yet this tournament though, so either it's not going to happen or we're due. One of the two.
Well, it shouldn't. I always think that isn't it? Didn't they look at it and it was based on like the categories that reset the least are most prone? And luckily, Bono has reset at well, and we do reset after Master Sword. So hopefully, it's one of the least risk categories this early on.
Yeah, and it also kind of explains why Denny B is the one that gets the most VC crashes out of anyone, because he never turns anything off, and it drives me nuts. Literally leaves everything on all the time.
Yeah, and he runs some quite intensive categories as well that don't
Yeah.
reset often.
Yeah, glitchless and whatnot.
Glitchless reset, save whoops twice.
Yeah, Hundo as well.
3 hours,
potentially.
45 minutes, so yeah. Hundo, yeah. There's a lot of situations where you want to save whoops to preserve that VC crash chance.
Preserve it? No, get rid of it.
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant.
I don't like preserving my chances.
chances. Oh, right, no, it's 3 times, and British, you're right, Dot, so yeah.
Both
Go for
players
Dot,
with
Zara, son.
good lullaby skips here.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Very even going into adult section.
Sorry, 3 times in for most people 4 hours, Dot, so that's still pretty poor.
I always forget Sarah's song, Save Warp. It's Sarah, she isn't worth it anyway.
I know, everyone always forgets her. Worst Bay.
Yeah. Shit tier waifu.
Can't say that, Greg. It's before in the watershed. It's before 9 PM.
Oh, Christ!
We're gonna get taken off the air.
It's fine. It's fine. Like Trez is German.
Somewhere it's 9
Yeah,
PM.
it's
Yeah.
German. So therefore, it is almost 10 o'clock, and then I'm fine to say what I want.
I'm always already sharpening my banhammer, I'm just saying.
Oh,
The unbuffered
buffered.
dot skip as well. What a beast.
Very
Judo
nice.
does not believe in hitting his start button. Unless absolutely necessary to equip items.
Bonooru floor with a nice unbuffered sword dot skip. A little bit easier than the unbuffered swordless dot skip.
Yeah, it's a difference of a 1 versus 2 frame trick. And he gets a gold on his Master Sword segment.
Nice.
Why, what is that? 0.5 seconds?
0.1 second.
0.1 second.
0.1
0.1.
second. Nice.
So
Jesus.
skipping all of those buffers.
Yeah, unbuffered sword is 1 frame, so it's.
I meant
Yeah,
the thing is, like with swordless you have to untarget and retarget on a certain frame.
With
and it
swords,
has
you
to
can
get
kind
more
of roll
quotes
it
to do.
though, right?
It's
the thing with sword is that it's directional based as well. So there's a
Yeah.
frame you can hold up and there's a frame you can hold left. So
If you roll
if you hold
from
up
left to
on the
up,
left frame, yeah,
if you roll from left to up though, you can get it to be a 2 frame.
yeah. Although I wouldn't say that was entirely consistent. I mean, they are. I would say sword is slightly easier for muscle memory because you're not. It's the target button isn't. I find the target button is harder to time
You
precisely
don't want to
with
release
than,
it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't get the side clip, because if you're holding left, then you're going to lose your angle and have to reset everything up again. So you pretty much only want to release it when you know you're going to get it.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's more awkward to have to release buttons in setups than it is to just press them. It's why like weird shots are weird to do on buffer because you have to release like a lot of buttons in a short amount of time, and it's really weird to get used to.
Yeah, it's releasing and repressing, and especially target is weird because it's a trigger. So there's always that distance where how much did you release it? Did you release it the same each time? The sort of muscle memory doesn't really like.
Yeah, I imagine that's a lot easier on different controllers though.
Yeah, N64 for instance, obviously because it is just a button. There's no trigger there.
Really soft trigger, so easy to do. But on GameCube controller, you have to really. It's a bit more awkward to untarget, retarget.
And I think that's the reason a lot of people struggle when they start out with inverted camera, because there's always that distance between you pressing the trigger all the way down before it actually hits the button underneath.
Yeah. At some point, I need to get around to removing my springs from my controllers. I never got around to it. Probably make it a lot easier.
Yeah, but then it won't make this nice clicky.
Oh, good point. Listen to this. Oh, it's so beautiful.
I like how everyone has it literally in front of them.
Why are you
So
holding your
beautiful.
controller? Why you're not playing? You're commentating.
It's on my desk. What am I
Listen, I'm on a Classic Controller Pro, and it only sounds like this. You probably can't even hear it.
Yeah,
It's just a nice little
it's
button.
nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
But after what we've learned about Classic Controller Pros recently and the 6-bit versus 8-bit data or whatever with their stick there, I don't know if I can fully condone the use of them anymore, but I still love it.
See, the thing is, there's also another thing where you've got the triggers obviously, but then it's the actual analog stick as well in the corners that's next level.
I love that sound.
It's like ASMR for
For speedrunners.
Your controller's a keyboard. Brutal. Greg's saying it how it is. Whipping it out everywhere.
That was a question, alright, not a statement.
It could be a statement, just change one word.
I can't imagine using a keyboard to play Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
I once saw a guy plug in a
Or
MIDI
Smash Box.
piano and play on a MIDI piano. And that was... I had to watch all the way to the end.
I kind of feel like at some point I should try and be Ocarina of Time with a guitar controller.
Yeah, that's one thing that I had on my follower incentive list for a while. Is something I might do is a run on the Guitar Hero controllers, because now that they've got the D-pad on them, you can actually somewhat control some movement there. So
I would so love if you did that. Then I would have seen everything. Piano, guitar. So someone needs to play it on DK bongos, because there is support for that on Dolphin.
So someone did that with Dark Souls, I think. I think someone did beat Dark Souls with DK bongos.
it's proved to be less accurate, not inaccurate.
Yeah, Crux is a scientist as well. He should know the difference. What an absolute, what a faker.
Crexer's throwing mad shade at the CCP.
He's just jealous.
All 5 people who use CCP controllers in this game. Gonna be so mad.
Right, so this is here we see some more route differences with Judo off to get bombs and the sort of collection segment with the bombs, minuet, and magic. While Bono is going to go straight to the graveyard, grab his hook shot, and enter Shadow.
Yeah, so the roads won't really meet up until...
Ooh,
fails it.
Bit out of practice, I think.
Yeah, I looked a little late on the inputs there.
Do you know the one thing that makes me really depressed is that Danpei's dead. Like, think about it. He is a prat in the maze, but oh my god, he's died. Like, his life has ended. After all the crap he gives you about the heart piece, the man died. Let that sink in. Just, a minute of silence for Danpei.
Yeah.
And we're taking bets now on the time.
Yeah. But I want to pick a dodge, so I'm gonna go with 48.
Ooh. I'm gonna say
I believe in Danpei to hit him at least once.
I think 49.
I'm gonna go with the 50 because I believe in Danpei.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
If that door had come down, I would have said, well, that's a 50. Found.
I still believe in.
I'd say it's a 50-second time loss then.
Yeah, at least. Ooh. What can I say, boys? I'm too good. I'm too good.
49 with a dodge and a flame. That's really good.
Yeah, that would have been a really low. It could even been a 46 if it had all gone without the flame and the dodge.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Judo's in Zaga's cavern, ready to get bombs. One of the benefits of N64 is that they can get bombs early, which means they have more choose for Spirit Hover. Or if they choose, they can decide to use all their choose to go for DC Hover, which is not recommended. Really difficult, quite difficult.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if anyone goes for DC Hover this tournament.
Rose, nobody has.
Rose did, yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Rose is really going for it.
What a madman.
I think that is
he
in his
got
route
it.
though now. So
Yeah, he got it, but then he failed Spirit Jump.
yeah,
Unfortunate. But it did make his race really interesting. His round 1 race really interesting to watch.
So Judo with bombs, Bono having just done hookshot jump.
Ah, the seam. How I hate D.
Yeah, see, I still couldn't believe that hookshot jump technically isn't banned in glitchless. And I just that still blows my mind.
What? It's not?
It's not. It's not in the banned techniques page, which either it's an omission, but I think Danny knows about it, or it's just the fact that everything you use it for currently is considered
You go out of
glitch anyway.
bounds.
Yeah, it's more the like, it's obviously a glitch, first of all, so no one's obviously, they need to make a case for it. But also, the ends to using it, or it either go out of bounds or some other sort of situation like that. So it's never going to be allowed at all.
Ooh, Judo getting clipped by the edge of that Skulltula there. I think he was safe to move if he had just moved a little to the side, but got a little too eager to get by him.
Yeah, there's a benefit of getting hookshot first, so you can take that guy out and not worry about
Yeah,
it.
I really, really miss hookshot. That might look like a butt clench moment there with the second one, but that's pretty common for that second Skulltula to almost hit you but not hit you.
Yeah, he's got quite a limited range on how far they can go. It's similar to the first one in Deku Tree, where he won't travel into the sort of range of the other one.
Yeah, if you know like their ranges, it's easy to make those kind of judgment calls.
Alright, let's see if Bono gets a good boat skip here.
A couple of extra pauses in that frame there. Manages to navigate the room correctly though, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the real moment of truth is the ledge clip itself, because there's a lot more time loss associated with failing that.
Gets the right frame. Gets the
That
second
was
frame for the roll. Yeah. He's got he's got what, 2 frames to go? Oh, 1 frame to go. Yeah, he gets it. Alright, that a few extra pauses, but otherwise pretty clean.
Yeah, I think
you can't-
just completing it in a race is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better off to, pause a frame early enough to buffer to that frame than then risk trying to one pause it and going a frame over and killing your run. There's no reset button in this race.
Well, technically,
Apart
there
from, like, you know,
Yeah.
there is,
we
but,
already did
Well-
reset once.
Just crash and we'll reset.
but you can't hit the reset button on your timer.
What? No. The hotkey is 3 though, so if you wanted to, that's fine.
Bonooru got a little bit. You're very close to being very unlucky. That hand on the right he's done was gonna punch, so he got pretty lucky there. Then he managed to get just beforehand.
Yeah, the fist can be scary.
Yeah, because because when he goes to the punch, you can't stun the hand at all, so you're kind of screwed. You have to either dodge very quickly or be a bit safer with it. Oh, Judo manages to get the backflip of Mido for hook shot.
Yeah, if there's one thing I hate about not having hookshot, is that backflip over Mido. It seems so, like, even though the setups, it just seems so finicky. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've never really liked it compared to the hookshot methods, where there's just a really easy lineup from, like, initial, and it's just so much nicer for your sanity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes you'll sit there doing the stab backflip for a while, wondering, like, why won't he go? And, you know, strangely enough, it just works the, like, 3rd time.
Yeah, and Bono did have ISG there. ISG isn't the only way you can get that fight, but it makes it a lot easier. Because you can't fight a hook shot in midair. So if you get bounced and you can't hit his hands, so it's a bit more of a tight window. But if you have ISG, you can't fly in the air, so you can just shoot the hands and then use Master Sword, stored ISG to take him out very quickly.
Is that literally why it is Dotso? If that is why it doesn't work sometimes, that is hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, we recently did some research into some other backflip. I say we, Dotso and Danny and Rosewall did, because we're trying to determine if you actually clip into Mido when you backflip over him. Determine if we should ban Englishless or not. It turns out,
Do you?
on certain angles you do for 1 frame, but it's only on like very certain angles, and the actual difference is minimal. There's just no like way of knowing if you clipped or not.
So what we
we
need to do
decided
now
it's fine.
is go back through everyone's PB and look frame by frame. See where they were.
You could do, but that seems way too much work. We could kind of decide like it's just like something that happens sometimes, and you can't really control it.
Yeah,
sometimes. So you have
I
to,
suppose similar to Power Crash Stab in that sort of way.
Yeah.
Gets the graveyard Hess, but then ends up going back kind of towards where the Cucko lady would be there. So,
Yeah,
bit
he
of a poor turn there.
Yeah, he went to the corner by accident and then tucked at the sign, so he couldn't readjust properly.
Yeah, at that point, your best option is just to drop the Hess usually and run it in the last little bit.
Getting really unlucky there, no bomb drops.
No
Yeah,
bomb drops. Bomb
you really
drops are
wanna
not
find-
smiling.
You want to find at least 1 bomb drop in that grass. But luckily there's a pot in Dampo's grave, or has 5 bombs in it always, so you can get that if you need to.
Good old 1.0 Graves.
1.0 graves, yep.
The Graves on 1.0, they were patched in 1.1 and later, but you don't go down them super nicely like you do in the later versions. You actually have to try to roll or, fall into the pit.
Yeah, you have
And
to
usually drop.
Let's take some
and then
bets.
drop the ledge.
Alright, well you start from the side, so
I'm saying 49 again.
I'm gonna say
I'm saying
48 again.
47. I don't believe Dompe is going to be a jerk this time.
He started from the left side, remember though, so
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I got a
Oh.
47, it was from the left side up. There goes 47.
there goes 47. Here comes 46.
It could still be a high 47, but I don't.
48. Damn, that
told
could have
you.
been 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You should have just waited outside the door for 1 second. Give me some satisfaction here. I'm not being paid for this.
Wait, you're not getting paid for this?
What? You're getting paid?
I'm not getting paid, so
Oh,
that's not good. Yeah, Bono was too far to the left, so he didn't block
Yeah.
both bomb flowers. So he used to do this again, and now he's only got 2 Chews Spirit Hover.
That's actually a massive time loss. A, for the
Yeah.
chew. B, they take a lot longer to grow back than you think they do.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah,
a
they
long
really
time.
do. Especially on N64, because the amount of lag here, it's not so bad on VC.
It's still like 6 seconds of them to grow back. It takes a long time. Can Judo get lucky with bomb drop and gets 2.
Ooh, bomb gods are smiling. And a heart.
Avoiding those magic pots, though, because they can be extremely obnoxious to pick up.
It's even
Yeah,
more
at least
obnoxious
once you do it once, then you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about them again.
It's fine in the grave, but it's even worse in Wasteland. If you try to farm bombs, like from the rocks, you get in the Wasteland, you just sink during the
I don't know.
cutscene.
Yeah.
The worst, in my opinion, is if you fail the Gwei hover and you're trying to then set up your bomb hover to start Spirit hover, and there's a magic like pot just sitting right there where you need to be, and you can't actually go for the Spirit hover without picking it up first.
Oh, right, yeah. Does Judo mash for ISG? Looked like he was mashing a Navi ISG there. And those crouch stabs.
Yeah, I think he was mashing crouch stab. I don't think he was mashing the target.
Which is weird. Alright, so Bono's out of DC and towards Magic and Minuet, and Judo's in Shadow Temple. They're actually pretty close together.
Yeah, they're both.
We might see them leave like Castle Town very, very close together to go to Spirit Temple.
Yeah, but at that point, VC technically does have the advantage just due to the lag there that you'll, especially the later parts of the run are where the worst lag happens on N64 and Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, but also Judo has 6 chews for Spirit Hover, whereas Bono only has 2. So he's got a much slower Spirit Hover.
Yeah, and I guess there's a few save warps as well, but you can lose, the frame rate sometimes drops to like what feels like 10 or 12 in some of the later fights. Bono making good use of that hook shot there, won't get trolled by the Skulltula like Judo did.
Almost got trolled by that one, but luckily he was able to
To just stop his movement, yeah, just in time. If you move to like full climbs, basically the Skulltulas will only do a little baby charge at you, which is generally the best strategy if they're staring right at you. And the easiest way to accomplish that is usually horizontal climbs because they're always absolute, whereas vertical climbs kind of have a few stages to them.
Alright, Judo going for the BK skip here. Bit more difficult in 64 because of extra.
He's going for the bomb chew though. He's using one of his bomb chews here instead of going for bomb.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of N64 runs do this. It might be because like familiarity with this chew skip rather than bomb one, but
I mean, I did it for a bit until I learned a setup I actually liked. I really didn't like the one with all the sword corrections, but
and Judo
for
going
a
for
bit of
the
a
fast strat
safer
here.
strats here for putting Bongo one cycled here with a quick kill.
That quick kill is the one thing I'm so jealous of.
It's really cool.
Just imagine not having to fight Bongo ever again, and just
Yeah, that quick kill is 1.0 only. I think it's a 1.1.
Yeah, at 1.0
Yes, it
it's
is.
exclusive.
Yeah, you damage Bongo before the fight starts, and it skips the intro cutscene. You can just fall down and kill him.
Yeah, and he stays
So-
stun locked there, like waiting to get damaged as well. So you can just jump down with ISG and destroy him pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
that's you also do that without ISG. Just do crouch stabs instead. I believe it's a bit faster.
The quick stabs is you would need there are 2 frame windows, I
Isn't
believe.
that bad? It's easy.
But if you do drop it, I mean it's not the end of the world, but then you have to waste a bomb to restun him by putting it in the middle, which they probably don't want to waste any bombs.
Yeah, but that little trick saves about 35 seconds or so.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Oh, Bono getting a little stuck in Lost Woods there.
yeah, I saw that. And this is actually really even because he should be ahead going to Wasteland here, but only just, which means that the lag factor is making them pretty even.
Oh,
Ooh, no way,
oh,
take
that
it back.
sucks. That's really bad.
Ooh,
So
Yeah,
he's going
massive
for a ground
time.
flip there. Yeah,
He
yeah.
needs to damage back down though.
He just means to Ocarina. It means to damage buff with Ocarina now. To...
yeah, if he wants to waste a bomb on that, just because he has such low bomb chew count, he will need most of his bombs for Spirit Hover.
He might take the time hit and no, he's gonna damage buffer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess he's got 15 bombs and 2 chews.
his bomb count's fine.
Yeah, if he does the Gwei Hover, which he should do,
Yeah,
he does definitely have enough explosives.
Yeah, if he hesses over the bridge and hesses to Gerudo, you're only going to use 2 bombs getting there, 9 for the hover, and 1 or 2 for the super slide, depending on if you hess or super slide. So you can get away with about 13 bombs or so here. Down to 12 if you really need to.
these guys are actually going to be leaving the Temple of Time at basically the same time.
Oh, we got a race on our hands.
Wow. Even coming out of even going to a Spirit Temple, this is pretty nuts.
Yeah, Bono's just slightly ahead though.
Well, his
Because
stream's a
lag.
little ahead for me by like a
It's
second or
lag as well,
2.
remember. He is ahead
Oh yeah,
overall.
the lag will get him ahead, but currently right now they're hitting the loading zones at the exact same times.
Yes. It will all depend on yeah, and you will suffer at Spirit Hover, so
Judo missing the hets there.
Ooh.
So he gets the second one.
Nice.
Second one, very nice.
Still good hesses from both players once they did get them.
fire. Yeah, Bono here going for the Hess. He sort of needs to at this point, really.
Yeah, N64 is daytime here, but it's just about to become nighttime usually. So it's important to get the Hess and to get across the bridge here quickly, otherwise you're going to be doing the Wasteland at night on N64 route. And it's very annoying to do it at night on N64. You can maybe see 5 feet in front of you.
I never like doing the mega side hop on this ridge because, like, it's on slanted ground. A lot of things get very weird.
So both runners are going to be going for the old version of gate skip. We do a side up out bounce here. That makes sense. We want to try and preserve the bomb count, especially Bono. He's got very little explosives for Spirit Hover.
Yeah, I think the gate skip here is just mainly a comfort thing for Judogerudo here, because he does have the bombs if he wanted to go for the low height ground clip, but it's this is a trick that pretty much anyone who's been playing this game for a while has probably got locked in their muscle memory for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And Bono, even on his low bomb count, going for Wasteland. Yes.
We'll do full wasteland just to be safe and go for half.
Yeah, he's got 1 bomb to spare as long as he gets through the Gwei hover. So
Yeah, he's obviously banking on the Gwei Hover, and he's going full.
Here we go.
and technically 2 extra bombs if his plan is to hess across the gap.
Oh my god, what an absolute god. This is the kind of
Nice.
thing that makes you want to get into this, doesn't it?
Look
that
at that.
kind of trick.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Wasteland has. Alright, Bono's pulled ahead here. This.
Judo getting a little bit trolled on his angle, getting back up onto this rail.
Yeah.
Round 2 goes pretty good for him now.
Judo's stream is lagging for me. Anyone else?
Yeah, he's been dropping a lot of frames. So.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just be like that, so.
It's quite scary that all this needs now is for one low hover or one sort of any of these hovers to go badly here. And
If his plan is to Hess, he technically has one extra bomb.
Because camera unlock, he doesn't. So he had one chew left. He had to get that camera
Oh,
unlock.
gets it on the last one.
Screwed.
yeah.
So I'm surprised he didn't go for a buffer on that, just in case.
I screwed up when I try to buffer more sometimes. I can't advance the one frame I need, and
That
I'm
was
just
really
like, why didn't
risky.
I just do it unbuffered?
If he had failed that camera unlock, that would have been the end of his spirit hover. So that was really ballsy on his part to go for that.
I think sometimes. Oh my god, yeah, he's got plenty of bomb spare. That's actually a lot more than I thought it was. I think a lot of the time, there's sometimes if you go for it buffered, you sort of forget that you need to, and you're just like, oh yeah, spirit hover, whatever, and you think you have a lot more chews. He might have forgotten there how low his chew count was and just done his usual strats.
Yeah, I've seen the odd person just backflip down, being like, I forgot I didn't have a bomb chew.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was a really nice spirit hover.
Yeah, very nice, very clean.
I mean, technically, with a really good Gwei hover or a really good initial hover, you can make it up in 8 hovers, but they need to be like almost perfect, and you need like a really, really high hover.
Alright, so Bonooru pulls ahead pretty convincingly here with this really strong start to the second half of this run.
As you can see, it just became nighttime pretty much the moment he gets in.
Oh, he's done a Valiant. He's done a Valiant and died to the knuckle.
Ooh, gets hit by the quick swing. We've all been there.
Nice.
Sometimes if you get kind of to his side instead of directly in front of him, he attacks a lot faster than he would otherwise.
Luckily,
And,
it's not too bad because you can respawn straight there. So
Yeah, as long as you did Spirit Temple this way. The other way, it's a little bit more of a time loss.
yeah,
Maybe getting good at the game isn't even a case of being good. It's just making the time losses at the places where it's not much. Because like all the top players I see that make mistakes, it's always really like quick to fix. But yeah.
Alright, meanwhile, Judo's going for a spirit hover. Looks like he's got the first part down. Can't see the Gwei.
Yeah, that's one of the other dangerous parts about being here at night, is it's a little bit harder to see the Gwei if you're just trying to look up quickly. Especially if you're on an older CRT and its colors are starting to fade on you.
I think this might no. I was thinking that might have been high enough for the backflip anyway.
I wouldn't have gone for it. It looked a touch low to me before.
Yeah, you won't play the same. He's got the bombs to
so.
spare.
He's got 7 bombs still.
He misses the one cycle on the room. That was a very interesting way round that he went there. He just didn't go close to the door at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe CMA also messed that up in the earlier race and had to 2-cycle this room.
Early pulls from Judo. Biggest super slide though. One jump smash to victory. He's
Oh
over.
my god, that was scary.
Yeah, that was a little bit iffy, but he made it.
You.
Alright, so both players against Spirit Hover. Very nice.
Alright, so we got the statue climb coming on from Bonooru. Doing the shield scoot setup.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Let's see if the boss key skip goes just as well. Good hovers.
Doesn't die to the
Beautiful.
knuckle.
So it looks like they're roughly about a wasteland Hess apart from each other. That seems to have been the major place where there was a big difference in their times.
I wonder if they'll go for the Burrow cutting skip here. I can't imagine Bono will because it's Bono, it's what he does, but...
I mean, if you're comfortable with it, it's not something you should screw up because they move predictably, so...
Yeah, it's just a little bit iffy because...
A lot of the newer strats for that are taking a lot of the sort of the scariness out of it. There's the crouch stab strat for me is it's really nice because you keep your eyes on her the entire time, and there's no like side turn.
I'm more the crouch stab strat just always feels so close to me.
Gets it. Very nice.
I just like not having to like turn left, then drop the bomb and do this. I just like having everything the same angle, direction, so
Yeah.
I have as little to
there's
do
definitely
when it
benefit
matters
to
as
it.
possible. The more I can do before it matters, the better. Ooh, that's getting some shuffles here.
Yeah, getting a little bit trolled in this ledge.
Yeah, it can be hard to sometimes side hop it.
See, that can be fixed there by literally just holding shield when you side hop, and I don't really see many people doing it, and it can save you. It would have saved him a little bit of time there. But we're going for round 2.
Get stuck in frame. Very nice. Alright, he's up there.
Navi trolling him as usual.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
ISG's hard,
Bonooru's
man.
fine
It's
to
frame
roll.
perfect.
It feels a little weird sometimes on this door here because every time you normally hit C up for it, you're used to kind of timing in the Z ahead of it to target something, because normally with other ISGs you're hitting A. And sometimes it can be a little troll to get used to the timing, even though it's the same timing, your brain wants to hit a button when you normally hit Z instead of the C up.
I get a little bit trolled here by Rover. If they like overlap like this, you can actually make it a bit more difficult to actually hit them with these beams.
Ooh, that cycle was not nice.
Yeah, it's not fun for him. You have to just pray.
Ooh,
it
lucky though.
moves. Yeah, nice. That's face Rover down. See if Judo goes for this cutscene skip.
I think he should do. Looking at this.
What's he got to lose at this point, right? So he probably knows he's a few minutes behind. Needs to make up this time. Can't lose 30 seconds.
Yep, he's going for the side hop as well. Obviously, no one likes the the stabs. I suppose it's a case of whatever you learnt first, because for me, I learnt the side hops first. I never learnt the stabs first.
I think Bono got a crit wiggle there when he went for the roll to the platform. Oh, he missed the one cycle.
Yeah, he didn't shoot her from the platform. He was on the central platform, which makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, you can make that if you don't
You
on the
can.
platform, but it's
And
just
because he's hit her 5 of the 6 times right now as well, it's going to be completely RNG which one of the two she decides to shoot.
Yeah, I think he's good though. Oh no!
Well, no, he
Nice.
could certainly get a nice.
Alright, this mess up on Twin Rover might be enough to give Judo a bit of a chance to come back up. And she's played nice a little bit. Second.
Yeah, a lot of the time when it's me playing, I'm gonna get 2 fires and then like 6 ice in a row and be like, well, why didn't I just wait for the ice?
Yeah.
Also, can I just point out that he stabbed her to death on the platform, but he teleported to the central platform now. So how does that work?
Cheats.
Cheats. I call hacks.
Yeah.
It's because he's a V cheater.
Yeah, V cheating. That's right. That's done.
Don't you play on VC, Greg?
Yeah. V cheating, mate. Proud of it.
If that's not patriotism, I don't know what is. Oh, that was
Oh
yeah,
man.
nice. Wow, lucky there. Although I do agree with Dotso, that was slightly self-inflicted.
Random.
But they are not. My God.
They're not playing nice.
Yeah, no.
Oh my
I
god,
can
take that
they
moment
are
as
so
pride.
aggressive.
Well, when one of them misses a shot, usually they'll shoot again really quickly.
He needs to get these two under control. Oh my
He
God.
needs to
They
get
are-
some distance away from them and get to a different corner,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh boy, this is a rough fight. And not good to get in trouble just because they're so aggressive.
Yeah, they're not giving him any room to maneuver. Here we go. I think he's got them in a decent cycle now. If he keeps
Rotating with them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was close.
Just a little bit. How many? Is that their second one or his third one?
That's his second one,
Okay.
I think. Anyway, yeah, I think that's
Like-
his second.
He had
We'll find out in a
three
minute.
Bad cycles, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see in a moment if he.
This angle.
She went left. Okay, she got back over.
Yeah, she's coming back.
Oh man.
This is a roller coaster.
Okay, that was
Oh,
his
no, that
third
was-
one.
Okay,
Okay.
must have been fourth. There,
Yeah, yeah.
'cause he-
Winky face.
Cheeky wink.
Trying to get an idea of the time difference between the runners right now, so looks like Bono is coming back. Oh wait, no, I forgot about the like 2 text boxes, or whatever, 3 text boxes from Raru.
Yeah. Always forget about that.
Someone reminds Judo after this race to.
56-04.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that, yeah. If you hook shot from Robert in the second phase, she moves the platforms quicker. And I guess the Ivory doesn't know about it, or just doesn't do it.
A lot of people see the fast strat for that, like the hook shot before they hit your shield, and it's not too precise, but a lot of people get scared by how sort of close it can get. So they don't do it, and they don't realize that even you can hook shot her even after it hits your shield, and it still saves time.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a lesser known strat because obviously all the top runners you watch aren't going to do the slower strat when they can do the more precise one.
Yeah.
But it still does save time.
For that, I always tend to, like, I hold hook shot down, and then as soon as she I like go in and tap it again, and then just hold shield, and it counts as a hook shot instantly.
I just
Yeah.
tapped A to cancel the hook shot, but
Yeah.
yeah, I do hold it down like and cook it ahead of time, so that the
Yeah.
moment that shot's in motion, yeah, you just have to release it and hit a button, which makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I found it to be a bit safer than
Going for the heart
just-
here.
It's just less inputs to worry about hitting, you know.
Yeah, I found that a bit easier. At least a bit safer than just shielding, hoping that it counts us in time.
Playing
Yeah.
it ultra safe. Gone for the very slow heart container actually in Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Obviously,
surprised
I
you
want
went
to die
for
to a
that.
knuckle.
Or Stalfos.
Yes.
I mean, if you are really low in health, it does, give you some safety in the Stalfos, but there's the fairy in that room there, and usually it's the second Stalfos that people will die to, not the first one, because the first one, you can kind of get in a nice rhythm by jump slashing them when they try to jump slash you at the beginning. Bono with a decent Stalfos.
Yeah, pretty good fight, man.
Yeah, and this is the first run where I think all three of us didn't say either my anus or hyenas.
Hyenas.
Is this the first time? Is this the first time this has ever happened in a race where no one has said the word? No one in chat said the word either.
I
Wow.
never do it. I think it's a bad meme.
Oh, he's just clipped through the door.
Yeah, it comes to the
I
door.
don't know.
It's fine. You can just open the door from that side and re-into it.
Yeah, kind of a throwback to the old strats where you had to open the door and then come through and then open it from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I learnt this category from a no RBA wrong warp tutorial. That was the only one out at the time. So I used to do that for
Was
ages.
it Goaties?
Yeah, it was. And I used to do the strat where you clip through the wall.
The acute angle off on the
Yeah,
left
acute
side.
angle one for so long, and then until I don't know who it was, just said to me, "What are you doing?" That's like 3 years old, and I was like, "Oh right." My
And
fault.
that
I mean,
was-
I remember learning that like when Goaty's tutorial was like new, basically.
Hmm.
But you know, obviously, once Let's Flip became a thing, I'm definitely happy to be substituting the darkness for
Yeah, it's just the
the
fact that
light, if you will.
you had to orientate yourself in basically complete darkness,
Okay.
and yeah. So both runners are in Forest Temple now. So
For a second there, I thought Bono failed that impossible jump, but he was like a frame
No,
before he grabbed.
he was just a step ahead of both of us
Yeah.
there. He was gonna fail it there too, kind of by his position, but I don't know why I ever doubted him, to be honest.
I know I doubted him because it looks sketchy as hell.
I totally forgot to check at what time Judo finished the other cutscene after I made sure to mark down the time that Bono finished the first one, so it's a little bit more difficult without split showing for Bono.
Yeah, they're about 3.5 minutes apart, maybe around that.
Bono getting that safety heart because dying here is almost a 4-minute time loss, give or take.
Yeah.
Because you have to do the
He's looking a bit rough
entire
right now. These
tempo
stealth are not playing nice.
Yeah, he's getting bullied
No.
slightly.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
He's-
Okay, it's fine. Once you deal with the first one, the second one isn't that bad. It's just when there's two of them, you have to kind of manage. You have to keep track
Yeah,
of
make-
this all times in case you get like as a surprise jump attack behind.
The problem is
Exactly.
there's a point after you kill the first one where there's a massive lag spike, and if you're not careful, the other one, if the other one jumps in that lag spike and you can't react quick enough to it, it can get really sketchy.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not as bad on VC, but N64, the frame rate drops down to about half when one of
Yeah.
them's dying.
And like I say, I think that's one of the only times on VC where you're actually able to control Link that the frame rate drops that badly. Collapse is bad, but again, you're not in control.
If you have nuts, then you can equip them when you equip hover boots. So it's not too bad. You can just equip them and then scroll over to hover boots. So it's not extra pause at all. You're doing the same pause you equip hover boots. And then it is extra equip because you need to equip them, but like it's maybe like I don't know, half
Yeah.
a second if that to equip them. For the sake of,
It definitely saves time in the Stealthos fights. They're unbelievably good. If you can get them before they shield, you can basically kill the first one before the second one even becomes unstunned.
Yeah, and you can usually get in like 2 hits, basically, kind of like as the first one is like when you stab him, he kind of is vulnerable for like a half second more, and you can get 2 really quick hits and then get the 3rd hit, and then the second one is just getting unstunned and you can go kill him. But once they've got their shields out, the nuts become a lot less effective.
Yeah, but a lot of the time you would hope to have got them both in the first nut, killed the first one, and then you don't need a second nut for only one of them.
yeah. Ideally, you can throw the first nut as they spawn, and then you just kill the first one really quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the second one's still stunned, so you can get easy killing them. That was really close to Judo.
he
was-
almost
Oh
went-
my god, he was half clipped into the wall.
yeah,
there when
it was like pixels away from grabbing that and falling all the way down. Oof.
Damn.
I still don't like this backwalk straight here. Rolling, I think rolling's supposed to be like faster, but like a second or something like that.
A lot of people like to backwalk just because they don't feel like they have to do it optimally.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're back walking in the right direction, you're doing it as fast as you can. You can't mess
Yeah,
up.
but if you do roll in there, you can cut that corner and just rush through the door.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't ever backwalk myself, but
Yeah, that is a good point, Dot. So N64 is probably faster because of bubble lag.
Yeah, and basically, if you're on N64, anytime you can be holding down Z and doing roughly the same movement, it's probably a good idea.
Anytime you're not looking at anything in the game, it's probably a good idea.
yeah, just turn the
It's
console
like,
off, boot up your Wii, and start again.
yeah, it's just a golden eye speedrun. Just look at the floor the whole time.
You know, just pull out your Wii and then drop a Hess and then swap back to N64.
Just buy an adapter.
Do you mean an ESS cheater adapter?
Just sirens outside my house.
When I do go back to VC for some other categories, where it's clearly like VC is the winner, then I do plan on getting having one for that. But
That was a gold split for Judo by 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds. That was really nice.
Not as bad at all, yeah.
Very clean, very simple. Those Staphos fights are really nice. Probably what gave him the gold there.
yeah, Stalfos can really be the difference breaker on Forrest and Ganondorf splits between having a good time and having a terrible time,
Yeah.
just literally and figuratively. But, I mean, the Stalfos are at least somewhat predictable, whereas the Dinos, those guys can just try to do anything except fight you sometimes.
Yeah. Although, the race earlier, we saw both sets of them were like really aggressive.
That's what you want, but that's, it can be
happens.
rare.
The worst is when they hit you like out of your great spin, you lose a great spin. Then you have to.
Oh yeah,
Changes between
you're
both.
waiting for the second one to get close enough so that you can
Yeah, the
actually
first one.
get both of them. And the
Yeah,
first
the
one
first
gives you the
one
little
tags, yeah.
pop.
Yeah, you're like, oh for Christ's sake, now go quick again. Fuck. Really bad.
And you know what's also really bad? That these two guys have been so inconsiderate towards us to both be in lax at the same time.
I know, so rude.
The rudeness.
I
This is-
know. At
where's
least
management?
Bono's almost done. At least Bono was almost done. He's got a couple text boxes left. And then Ganon's gonna laugh.
Right, I did the laugh last time. Someone else gets it this time.
No.
Come on.
Nah.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
You filthy casuals.
I hate fun, so no.
Mine wouldn't sound anything like it, so I just don't want to. I just don't want to ruin a good moment for everyone else by giving them a bad time. Oh.
Finally!
I heard it and I had to.
Right, Greg, it's your turn next time. There's no backing out of this.
Yeah, there is. I could say no. I'm gonna say no.
Oh, I guess that is an option. I forgot about that.
No backing out of this. Come on.
God damn it, Greg. You always got to kill the fun.
But one
Okay,
thing to
okay.
note is Judo does have, I believe, 5 hearts, so he's definitely going to be safe for the Void Warp. Whereas Bono, you never know. He's got 3 hearts. He could definitely get trolled by some rocks and lose a considerable amount of time.
Yeah, that's the
or
big,
get-
big difference in getting hearts in this run is if you have 3 hearts and you get hit by a rock during Void Warp, even like before doing the setup, like you can't come back from that. You have to just die because you're gonna have enough health to survive the fall. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's also the case of getting like backslashed by one of the knuckles in this that Judo should be able to survive.
Yeah, Knuckles do 4 hearts of damage as well as Ganon.
Double Knuckles are usually pretty free, though. For runners of this
Yes.
caliber, I don't think either one of them is going to struggle there.
Yeah, Knuckles aren't that bad.
Yeah, it's just depending on when you roll through their legs. If you don't roll far enough and they backswing, you can get clipped, and then it's also whether one of them gets desynced. But then it's quite easy to bring them back in.
Yeah, or even if they're desynced, you can just kind of spam your stabs and they'll probably still both die.
Ooh, Bono
That's bad.
is
His
a bit
bomb
rough,
count is
Ooh,
He's
is
saving there just
really
in case. Probably, is he going for Mega Side Up or is he going to farm bombs?
Well.
Oh, he's
this
going for this again.
I think he's deciding what he wants to do now that he just saved.
I don't know if I like this.
I don't
He's
agree with this at all.
He's going to go for hookshot strats on Ganon? What's he? I don't know.
I don't know why you
He's
wouldn't
done
just
here.
go for the Mega Side Hop there.
Yeah, or just go farm bombs from the BMOS instead.
Yeah, I mean, Mega
I-
Side Hop wouldn't leave him with a bomb perfect end route, but it's
basically-
definitely quicker.
So with 1 bomb left, he can do Void Warp, and then he had got nothing left to superstar into Ganon, so he's got to use Hookshot on Ganon,
yes.
which is interesting.
He's gonna get a Void Warp with a rock. Yeah, he's gonna wait for the perfect RNG rock.
This is gonna be an interesting end to Bono's run.
Hmm.
If he gets Rock Troll during Void Warp, then there could be a chance for Judo to catch up, take over the lead.
It's not catastrophic. You only need to use Hookshot on the first round. It is only 10 hookshots.
Yeah, but if he gets Rock Troll during Void Warp, then he's got to go through the entire tower collapse and then do Hookshot on Ganon.
Yeah, then that's like 2 minutes of time lost there, and at least, 30, 40 seconds probably lost on the Ganon fight.
Yeah, so this could be a chance for Judo to take the lead. What's Judo's bomb can actually? It's pretty healthy last time I saw it. 10, he's got more than enough, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got more than enough to go for probably a double kiss in there too if he wants, which, I mean, if we were saying kisses mattered, double kiss has got to be worth twice as many points, right?
Yeah, I
Let's
think
say yes.
the only thing that can save this for Judo here is a Rock Troll for Bono. Or a death to Ganondorf, which is also pretty catastrophic.
It can be. It's a lot more possible. Most runners aren't nearly as practiced on fighting Ganon with just a bow or just the hook shot. Not something you really ever want to have to practice for, so a lot of people don't bother really doing
it's
that.
mostly just like challenge runs.
items.
It's mostly just like challenge runs most of the time. You do that kind of stuff. In normal speed run, you either have like Hammer, for example, to use in the first phase instead, or maybe Decker Nuts, or it would be a lot faster.
Yeah, he didn't need to farm. If I were him, I would have gone for the Armos clip.
Armless clip, or even the Mega Side Hop, because the Mega Side Hop would have left him with 3, could have done it from right where he was. He'd have just enough to super slide into the boss and do the Void Warp.
Yeah, that's what I mean, just enough. I would have. The problem is I don't like having just enough of anything. I would never trust. I'd never trust myself to not get rock trolled. So
yeah.
Well, if you have to sacrifice one of the two things, it would be the super slide into Ganon. It saves less time than getting the Void Warp. So, I mean, if you got rock trolled, you would just use one of your super slide bombs to try again.
Is he too far left?
Maybe this should work. I think.
I think it should be fine, especially with the right Mega, because like you can do it with the left Mega.
Whoa!
So
I've never seen that happen before.
yeah, it's. I mean, a lot of the time you kind of want to change between like upright to like upright or whatever. So like.
Yeah. I believe that might be like a JP strat. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've never seen that little wiggle mid-air. So
because I saw CMA did it earlier in his race.
Well, the more you know.
Yeah, the usual strat there is to just hold upright, target, and shield, and you'll go right into it.
Nice quick spin there from Bono, and ISG off the bat, easy peasy.
Yeah, very nice.
And look at that, no lag, even with a light arrow pulled.
I'm a little bit jealous.
VC.
Whereas that fight, just in general, if you've got an ISG there, it's just so bad on N64, as we'll all see in a minute or two here.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to see a rock troll. That small part of me.
I haven't seen one yet this tournament.
Yeah.
And better someone else than me.
Yeah, part of me for my the curiosity side of me wants to see it, but
I know it's. I know what you mean,
God.
like.
Okay, that was interesting.
Oh,
what is
Judo
this?
getting a little messed up there, Judo. He's got to. Okay, it's not awkward. He's got to do his knuckles one by one now, unfortunately. Oh my god, these double knuckles are not fun.
Oh, that extra heart paying off.
Please, no.
No!
Oh my god! Please stop it.
Stop!
My
Stop
heart can't
playing
take
with me
this.
like this. No, stop!
The frame drops. Oh my god. Okay, good thing you keep track of the damage because I was not keeping track of the damage at all.
Oh!
So
He's paying my medical bills.
Big moment coming up here for Bono.
that was sketchy.
One bomb, one chance.
One bomb, 3 hearts. Any rock troll at all, Mal would
It's over.
It's over.
I'm trying to pass along the rock luck I've had lately to right now. We can have a close race. Lost a PB this morning to rock troll.
Any shadows coming in? Be good.
No, he's fine.
He's in there.
He scraped it.
Oh my god.
He could still die to Ganon. We could still have a close one on our hands.
He could pull a CMA and die to...
Actually, if he dies to Ganon, I think that Judogerudo actually has like the big lead at that point.
No
Just because he doesn't have any bombs to come back down.
Yeah, so... Bonooru has to make
Nice
this
to
down
rock.
fight count. Yeah, he's got to be real careful there. Luckily, he just rocks in the same pants every time, so you can avoid them, but... It's a little bit scary.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it can be a little scary if the setup was Kiss. Give a nice little...
Round of applause.
Well done. It looks like Bono's on pace for a high 117, low 118, by the looks of it.
I think
Which-
118.
I never quite know how long this cutscene is, so I never pay attention to it.
Yeah, I think it usually takes like two and change once you actually see like everything flat down. So
Yeah, the game fight's about a minute and a half or so.
Yeah, I always think it's about.
But
it's
there's a
about
lot of
4 minutes
cutscenes
from
kind of
when you
around.
exit. It's about 4 minutes from when you exit the when you go outside to the final stab.
Alright, let's hope Judogerudo's dwarf here goes pretty well.
Yep, and the core's looking down the floor.
Going for the,
Golden
the
Knight dress.
see up camera there to reduce the lag.
Nice, first hit. Look it down again to avoid this lag. Goes jump slash, gets SG.
Yeah, the quicker you can get
Taking
Ganon
the
off
lag
your
hit.
screen.
Oh my god, look at this.
Is he got? Oh, he's got the light arrow. If you just hold the bow and just keep tapping up, you don't get as nearly as much lag.
My god, he's playing on PowerPoint, confirmed.
Alright.
Office 365 sponsor anyone?
Bono jump slashes to the cutscene even though it doesn't matter, because he's got no sword.
Yeah, it might as well be the PAL version at that point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing this on PAL 64? How low the frame rate must drop?
I'm
Probably
sure there's
roughly the
some-
same. I'm
There's
sure
probably a
it's
video in the leaderboard of it. somewhere.
limitations based on the console, not the output. So I'm sure it drops roughly to the same frame rate.
Alright, so Bono's got to kill the first phase of Ganondorf, of Ganon with hookshot. So this is gonna be interesting.
Well, okay.
Nice camera.
What?
Shouts to Ocarina of Time's camera.
Well, at least it's not MM.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Oh
happening,
my
what he's trying to do here.
He's trying to target the tail, but it keeps not targeting the tail.
This is actually really quick. Definitely not as much time lost as I thought it was going to be, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better on VC than it is N64. If you have to do this on N64, you're looking at like half the frame rate here. So hopefully everything goes good for Judo on this boardwalk here.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I almost had a heart attack there.
I thought he was going to jump off.
Yeah.
The worst part is the longer you sit here waiting to try to get into the right
Oh,
position,
there's a rock.
No.
yeah, the longer you have, Rock might come along and ruin your day. He does have enough health though.
He has enough health.
That was the
Survival.
rock we needed Bono to get, but
Yeah, that was the rock that would have made this a close one here, but unfortunately it
Yeah.
landed on the wrong screen.
that's unfortunate.
Run rock to rule them all.
It's a bit wide. I can mix it though, okay. Ooh, be a bit careful there, Judo.
Yeah, especially on
the
N64.
room.
Yeah, if you go
on
to that
N64,
room,
that
it
will
crashes.
crash.
Yeah. Bonooru
Been
takes,
there, done that.
Bonooru takes first place, wins this round. He'll
Very,
advance
very nice time as well.
to round 3.
Considering all the.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all right. Go for it.
Finishes with an official SRL time of 1:19:70. GG.
GG,
GG.
to be honest. But Judogerudo just coming up not too far behind here. And considering some of the things that have gone wrong for him, this is still a really good time.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough race for him, but he's doing okay. He's doing pretty well to finish this out.
Yeah, considering the luck he had at Trollrova, I mean...
Yeah, that Rover fight was a bit rough.
Yeah, I thought Bono had it fairly bad, but then I watched Judo fight them and I no.
It happens sometimes, you know. Rover just does that occasionally. You have to just deal with it. I'll run this game, unfortunately.
That's the problem with boss fights that do rely so heavily on RNG, and it's also the fact that you can't. The thing with Bongo, like Bongo to an extent is RNG, but you can control like he stays central if you hold down, so you can sort of manipulate him a lot easier than you can Twin Rover, and especially because she's like 2 moving parts, it just gets twice as difficult.
Yeah, especially if you're quick, the bongo fight's pretty much always going to look the same, whereas, you know, you can't really get the same outcome every time against Trollrova.
Yeah, no 2 Rover fights are the same.
Yeah, and I think that's just due to the mechanics of her fight and of her in general. Ooh. Forgot to drop the second bomb there.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's got more. Doesn't need them, though.
Petition for Greg to make that noise at
So
the end.
What?
The changing into Ganon.
No.
Like in the next round here, we've got Ano is going to be racing the winner of Brad versus Sundir.
Sunday, I mean
Sunday.
Sunder. I don't speak the.
Just Sunday.
A Sunday, that's what I say.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday. Yeah. Brad versus Sunday. And let's see here. Judo will be facing.
Dotso, I believe, loses round.
Yeah, against Dotso.
Soon D-Ra.
You're the worst.
Soon, guys. Like phonetics when you're trying to type like this. No. Ooh.
Oh, Judo, please! I saw a jump slash.
Please don't do this again.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
It's times like that I would have just blocked it with shield, you know? It's just been like, alright, move on with my day. Block it with the shield, run away.
Can you even block his hits with shield?
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you totally can. I learned that like a few days ago. Someone told me, and then I ended up in a sticky predicament against Ganon, and so I was like, alright, screw it, we'll try it out. They told me it worked. And lo and behold, it works.
Yeah, because I know that it doesn't work against Knuckles. So I was wondering whether it worked against Ganon. But obviously, if it does, that's a pretty interesting strat.
Yeah, it can, you know, instead of banking on roll invincibility the odd time, you know, just when you're pretty sure you're gonna get hit. I even had it work backwards. I was facing the other direction and had my shield down and it still blocked it.
That happens with Southpaws as well. I've been like shooting the other direction.
Crouch blocking, and
Yeah.
and you block a guy from the other direction. Yeah.
GG to Judo.
Yep.
GG. Still a decent time here. 1:23:49 showing on here. I'm sure it finished a few seconds earlier.
56 on SRL. 1:23:56. GG to both Judo and Bonooru.
Let's
Bonooru
get
goes
right.
to round 3.
This is looking like a really interesting bracket now as well.
Yeah, bracket's really starting to take shape now.
I just wish my part was easier, but I mean, at least other people have some pretty even matches. So. I mean, it could be worse. I could have, Valiant or Bono or someone like that as my next opponent. So, but they're all on the winner's side of the bracket. So, but a good race from everyone. Good job. GG.
Yeah, I think considering the sort of mistakes that were made by Judo, the time is actually really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Losing sort of over a minute in literally just the trials. No, sorry, down the tower to that rock troll, and still managing, sub 124. It's pretty good. Yeah, his early game was actually really solid. So was that only 40 seconds behind its shadow. So for a race, that's, I would say, really good.
Yeah, especially the strats he was pulling out in the beginning. Strats, oh my goodness, my heart was bouncing out of my chest.
Yeah. Alright, so Bonooru can't make it for an interview, unfortunately, but Judo's going to be joining us, so...
Oh, great.
Yeah, as long as it actually has the server. Angry noises. Who was it that wasn't even part of the EZSR server?
I think it might have been
you?
Oh, it was Mubsy, wasn't it? That's right.
Hey, I took a 2-year hiatus. I'm allowed to not be involved in all the...
GG Judo.
GG.
GG, man.
GG.
Man. Thank you.
That was a quality race.
Yeah, it was.
If only that rock that hit you at the end landed on Bono's screen instead.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
That was Bono's last bomb. Bono would have had to done the tower and then fought Ganon.
Really? Okay. Okay. That makes it feel a tiny bit better.
Yeah, he went for the Staircase Harbor trial skip, and he failed it. He had 4 bombs left. Went for it again, went into the tower with 1 bomb left. He had to do the hookshot strats on Ganon. So if he got rock trolled on Void Warp with 3 hearts and 1 bomb, it would have been a much closer end, I think.
Yeah, it would have been way closer. Yeah, it would have been closer if I didn't screw up the setup for initial position and non-initial position a billion times.
Yeah, definitely.
It happens,
Yeah, I think considering the rock troll that you had, your second try was a lot cleaner, and you did manage to pull back.
Yeah, that's probably where my consolidation of my bombs throughout the whole run, sort of saved me.
Yeah, you had 4
hearts.
extra chews at Spirit Hover as well. So because when I getting quite unlucky actually with failing. What did he fail again? I can't remember.
No, he went for a Hess Rico and failed that. And then he also lost a chew in DC because he blew up the left side of the bomb flower, but not the other side.
Right.
So he had to redo that again. So he had 2 chews.
Wait, that was Bono, right? Oh, that wasn't me.
Yeah,
No.
In the staircase in DC, he pulled the chew too close to the left side. So in the left side, bomb flowers got hit, not the right side. So he had to do it again.
Oh.
And he had 2 chews for Spirit Harbor, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay. And plus, my twin Rova execution was really
That
poor.
was a sketchy fight, dude.
They just wanted blood.
Yeah, they would constantly opposite sides of the room and really aggressive.
Yeah, that's something I need to learn. Like, I usually, if they're in a place that I can't get, I usually like move out of the way. But I heard that that can manipulate them to like maybe try and follow you or something.
Don't ask me.
I'm not too sure, honestly. I don't know a whole lot about room manipulation. All I know is that at least my strategy is to aim for the corners, and then if one starts in the room,
just rotate away from them as
Yeah.
often as possible.
Yeah, try and keep them both in view.
Gotcha. At least there were no huge mistakes in my run.
Yeah, oh my god, your damage boost, you got my heart going a mile a minute. Both times.
But
Yeah, I would.
In the first
Well,
one,
like,
and then
telling you to do
it
it.
crashed, and then Valiant was actually in the chat like he better one pause this, he better one pause, and we were like, yeah, he's gonna do it, he's gonna follow the advice, but no.
No, just
Oh,
I'm
I was-
buffing. Don't care.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
telling you,
definitely
like-
fortunate you had that safety save in bottom of the well too after your stick broke.
Oh yeah. I never take that chance.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
but
another
like-
stick, but
Yeah,
It's just the setup again, you have to get all the way back over there, it's probably quicker to just reset, in fairness.
yeah,
Yeah, probably
you've got the safety
quicker
save.
for me. I don't know. It would probably take me a while to get the angle again.
Yeah. And also
Yeah,
remember, you
and
have
also-
to, you've got to get past the skull to get back up there, so you
Yeah,
have to either hit it with something, or use a nut, or something like that.
Yeah. So it was just better for me to save and quit. To reset right away.
yeah,
There was another-
definitely. You had that safety save just in case, so you might as well use it.
But yeah, like I was telling Valiant, in practice the pause was messing up my rhythm. So I would pause, but then I would not mash in the right place because don't pause. You can just like the timing's all there for you. You just have to do it. But for some reason the pause was messing me up, so I thought it would just be better to go with my.
Yeah. There's like not really a backup in a race there. You can't just reset your timer and start anew. So it's always a little bit
especially
sketchy.
on my console. And apparently I need to like clean my console or something because I don't want to crash again.
Yeah,
I've never
with
seen
that,
it
so-
crash like that before, at especially there. Like it looked like a crooked cart issue.
I like I said, I cleaned my cart before the race. Like I let it dry with Q-tips and everything.
Yeah.
It just happened anyway.
It could be the cartridge, like or not the cartridge, but like the slot it goes into. Could have like a
Maybe.
bit of dust or debris or something in there, because that's a lot harder to clean.
True. Okay. At least I also got 3 golds, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that was really good.
We saw those, and you're like, that's actually, for golding in a race, that's pretty good. And especially with a PB like yours, it becomes harder and harder to actually gold splits.
Exactly.
Pretty much anything to do with Stalfos, you were getting golds.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
point. Yeah. But I guess going against Bono in the first place, it wasn't as much pressure because I knew it was going to be a lot harder to be close to him. So I didn't have to worry so much about a neck and neck race.
I mean, it was a pretty close race.
It was pretty close. You guys were neck and neck, pretty much like going to Gerudo.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's what Bono pulled ahead. Bono got a full waistdown hairs, and you got a really good spirit hover, so he really pulled ahead pretty quickly there.
And he probably failed. I mean, and he probably got statue climb first try, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 But the one thing we all need to know is, how do you feel now that you lost to a rando player?
Wow.
Maybe. I feel good.
I mean, it's still Bono, so it's still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this will convince him to not be a rando player anymore.
Yeah, nothing seems to stop the man from doing whatever he wants. The fact that there were so many things in that race that he just seemed to just pull out of nowhere, that I didn't expect him to go for the hover Charles tip again. I didn't think he'd want to fight with hookshot, but he just did. And
Or risk the one bomb void warp
yeah,
with 3 hearts.
yeah.
With 3 hearts.
No fear.
I've just learned that just just watch it and go, yeah, that's fine. Anyone else, I'd say, my God, what is he doing? But because it's Bono, just step back and
Exactly.
watch the
You know
chaos.
he's gonna do it.
Every time I questioned him, I always thought, why am I questioning him after?
Yeah. Pretty sure he can do whatever he wants.
Alright then. That was
Alright.
actually a great race. And
Yeah.
the second one today. So we have our first 2 participants of round number 3, which will be Bonooru and Seema. So
Seema.
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 CMA.
We've had Sundeer and Seema.
As I was saying it, I was like, wait, what are you doing?
This is just.
We actually have 3 people in round 3
I
now.
was-
We have to have
This
TKC.
is just Japanese racism. Everyone just can't say things.
Yeah, I mean, like, we actually have 3 people in round 3 now. We have TKC as well. He beat Glitchymon
Oh,
in
yeah.
round 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bleeding Glitchymon is free, so...
Yeah.
Can we organise that Tresby glitchy race then?
No. That's...
Any
that's-
game of preference.
Any game
Yo.
of preference? Okay. We're doing Twilight Princess. And I'll beat every single person in this bracket.
I would love to see him just grind for like a month and just wreck you in that race.
And Twilight Princess.
How about a race that's combined times between Twilight Princess and a No I Am Wrong One, huh?
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'd probably still win.
Ooh.
Cool.
Exactly. That's why you should take the race.
Because yes, I'm wrong web is stupid hard, but if I go a super easy route and take like 3 hours, he'd still need to finish TP within 5.
Exactly.
So-
Super easy route equals glitchless, basically.
Easy.
Just watching, just listening to Greg just get triggered, just fire up. You can hear the engine starting.
I can do ISG and I can not do much more. I can ground jump.
That's all you need. ISG and
Yeah,
grass. There you go.
that
You're
skips
done.
enough stuff. Like, you're going.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Thanks for the race.
Thanks for racing.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
it
race.
was, it was entertaining to watch.
Thanks
a
for
lot.
making it close.
Yep.
My pleasure.
All right.
All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Also, big shout out to Mossy Greg and Mutant Aura for doing the commentary. We had a nice little threesome today on Restream.
Yeah, we did.
I'm glad it didn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
too
we-
convoluted.
Say that again, but slower, and we'll
Yeah,
have
We
a talk
had a
next-
nice little threesome today. All right. Thanks for watching the final stream on CSR before we get banned. If you want to see more Zelda action in around 1 hour, pretty much more like 55 minutes, we will have the 9th qualifier of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Accessible Tournament Season 2. We're currently at 41 entrants. I expect like 80.
God damn.
The first actually at 107.
So
Uh,
popular. How?
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
It's really fun. All right, and it is accessible, which kind of explains the story of
It's in the name. I like it.
yeah. All right. Thanks again, and thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in 50 minutes. Or if you don't care for randomizers, see you tomorrow, because tomorrow we actually have plenty of restreams as well. This includes the EU Weekly of OTR and the No I Am One Work match between Quiz 7 and Princess Birdo. There might be something else, but we'll see about that. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you next stream.
See you later.
Right? Thanks for everything. See you guys later.